I wanted to demonstrate how I learned how to do fights. And I've already kind of learned how to do Velganos, obviously, but I haven't learned how to do it on my Glavier. So we're going to try it. I'm going to just play it, talk about what I think. A few things to think about when you're learning a fight, especially when you're learning a fight for the first time, is that you should just expect to die, to be honest. You should just get used to dying. You don't learn anything if you don't die. So it's gonna happen. But I generally try to like do a few things as I'm fighting the boss. One, I try to figure out what timings I can use my skills on. This is a big one. And I also try to figure out if there are any easy like rules that I can follow that will help me beat the boss. So for example, with Velganos, I don't ever want to be walking towards it necessarily. I want to try to keep it to the sides. Okay. So from my previous experience, I know that he dashes. He does like stuff like that. You see how when I'm keeping to the sides, a lot of his moves don't actually hit me. See that? You don't ever want to like go directly at him. You don't want to go directly at him. Okay. Want to get this stuff. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. I wonder if this works. Oh, this is not going to work. That's one thing that I should learn. I know on his right side that hitbox doesn't hit. I know that. Avoid this. Oh, I stood too close. A lot of little positioning things here. The stagger check. It would have been good to use my awakening on the stagger check instead of, you know, at some other point. So we want to try to avoid standing in front of him. Ooh. That was close. Don't walk directly in front or away from him. I think it's fine for us to get hit by that. Try to pull him away from this stuff. But when you kind of like discover certain rules that you can follow when you do a boss fight, you can really simplify the moveset, right? Like most of the moves are accounted for as long as I'm not just standing right in front of him. Then it gives you time to just kind of react to what it does. There's a thing on him that I don't want to stand on. Good timing there. Okay, so he has an orb thing. I should have probably waited on my stance swap because I'm ticking down this, so that's something to learn. Gonna phase here soon, yeah. I'm gonna come back. You get this time to hit him. Not standing in front of him helped against that. Not standing in front of or behind him helped against that. Not standing in front of him. Very simple. Don't walk into the things. Not standing in front of him. See what he does here. I want to catch up so I can hit him with this. Stagger check. press escape instead of my whirlwind bomb hockey. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. Probably throw a whirlwind bomb first. This is one of the things I haven't really been very specific about what thresholds of stagger my Glavier can do. Stand away from that. Bad move. I'm gonna use super armor to get out of that if you can. That is crap. Push away from that. Pick this up. The third one is in kind of an annoying place, but we'll see if we can get it. Oh. Dodge away. Watch what he does here. Charge up. Dodge away. Poke. I kind of wait. So over here, it's kind of weird. I kind of want to be in blue here because of my awakening. But we'll see what we can do. Hit it with that. Hit it with this. He might phase here, actually. Yep. Now, I was tempted to use my awakening, but I kind of got the feeling that he was going to phase, so we didn't do it. Kind of a waste for me to use my damage into that. I could probably save it. Okay, so now that we have red stance is good. Oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. I missed my crit synergy. Pretty bad. Okay, we phase them with that. So here, normally you don't want to go for this, but I want to see if I can do it. Stand away. Okay, like it worked out. I'm out of potions though. Oh! Gonna die again. Watch it scream. When you're at low life, you have to do things a little bit differently. Oh, I bailed out a little bit quick. Okay, that's fine. So we can get this a bunch cleaner, obviously. Okay, we know we're safe here. Dodge out of that, go here. Get away. Out of this. And away from his tail swipe. Just wanted a little movement to get out of the way in case he did a move. Got move speed for this. 3, 4. Okay, we still need to be careful of being in front of him. So as I'm running out of here, I want to keep mindful of running to his side. Because he could use his breath at any time, which would not be fun for us. Stay away from that. Dump it at him. Okay. Really, a lot of it is, again, like I said, two things. Learning at what timing you want to do which moves, And then 2 is coming up with like simple like rule sets that you can follow that will help you deal with the majority of the moves for Velganos. So what that means is generally like walk perpendicularly to it, right? You don't really want to stand directly behind it or directly in front of it when it's ready to do a move. And I also want to try to use my awakening earlier. We'll see. So here's a good time. Now I want to wait to see what it does. Follow it here. Oh, it was too slow. Too slow. If I use a different move, my Raging Dragon Slash probably would have hit. I'm gonna change to red to get some movement speed to pick these up faster. Let's see what it does. Gonna dash at me here. I'm gonna tank the damage so I can get my Raging Dragon Slash off. Stand away from this. Gonna let him pass and use range here. Nice fail. Oh, so this is something that we need to pay attention to. Nice. How many of you clenched? How many of you clenched a little bit? Because I definitely clenched. Now we kind of need to chill. Perpendicular, right? We're ready to go perpendicular. There we go. Perfect. Dodge away. Come back in. He's phasing. Throw this. Blue Awakening over red. So when I tested it in Trixion, I end up liking the Blue Awakening a little bit more. Because it did similar amounts of damage, but obviously the Blue Awakening was faster. Now, my testing wasn't super extensive, so take that with a grain of salt. Over here, I'm gonna try to... Okay, we're just gonna do it on. Dashing at me. Jump on him here. Get that. Jumping at me again. Let him land here. Get close. Miss. Hit that. Goes to the side. So I shifted my attack to the side. That's one of the things that you want to think about for your class. Like, what kind of attacks have some amount of mobility? So I knew based on his tell kind of what he wanted to do. So I shifted my movement to avoid his attack. So I think I want to stay here, actually. Stay this way. Things are gonna explode. Fast rain. Keep perpendicular. You see that? If I didn't keep perpendicular, I would have been beamed. Dodge here. I can use Raging Dragon. Half Moon. Chain Slash. Steel Blades. Red Dragon Horn. Perpendicular. Raging Dragon, dodge away. I got ticked by one. Oh, he's trying to run. Okay. Damage. Use red stance to get some movement speed here. Now we can do damage since we're at 3. Not the idea. I took a little bit of damage, but it was okay. Stand away here. Keeping mindful of my direction of movement. Phasing. Depending on which way it spins, I'm gonna go for this or not. Not gonna go for it. Now I'm gonna stand away. If it spun the other way, I might have tried. Right now I'm looking for an awakening pop on him. Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. Oh, I didn't quite have it. This is probably gonna miss. Oh, it went okay. He decided to use rain. But we need to stand away here. I'm just gonna stand away. Gonna teleport towards me. Nice. Ah! Rip. If I was in blue stance, I could have gone away, but because I was in red, I didn't have enough mobility to do it. Well, that's something to note. The red dragon's horn didn't give me enough of a recovery to run out of that. But that's just something that you need to pay attention to. So that's something that I would log in my head of like, okay, red dragon's horn is not safe if he could potentially breath me. Well, my raging dragon slash I think missed there. That's okay. Backwards, gonna run at him here. Raging dragon, and half moon after. Oh, he's gonna breath. So usually if he hits you with that swipe, he'll do the breath afterwards. It's kind of like a makeshift combo. Should be pretty close to dying. I kind of want to pull him away. Ooh, I just lost a lot. Just lost a lot by running through that orb. Fortunately, we have about the same deaths. Oh, no, we have one more? No. That's okay. Because as we're learning the fight, we're kind of like seeing how far we can go, right? So I'm constantly trying to look for openings and see what the timings feel like with my moves. That's going to get us killed. Getting used to how your mobility feels against the boss's maneuvers is really important as well. It's all part of the package. Back attack. Nice. Nice. Only one death. So obviously, there's more practice that could go into this. You can be better at dodging and avoiding things. It really helps to know the tendency of a boss. And so I don't need to know exactly what every single one of his moves do. I just need to know enough to know how to cover the majority of situations. And then if there's a situation where I need to change something, then I can react to it. But hopefully that was helpful for anybody trying to solo Velganos.